as we dissect the latest trends, challenges, and successes affecting students. From academics to entertainment, we have got you covered. Don't miss out on the debate, the discussion, the dialogue, and much more. Be part of Student Affairs every Wednesday at 12:05 p.m. on Citizens 93.7 FM, Abuja. Student Affairs, empowering students' voices every Wednesday at 12:05 p.m. on Citizens 93.7 FM, Abuja.
All right, thank you for joining us on Insight. Insight is your authoritative news and current affairs program where we go beyond the headlines to bring clarity, depth, and perspective to major issues shaping our nation. Today we have a very distinguished guest joining us. He is a seasoned lawyer with deep insights into Nigeria's legal and financial systems. In this episode, we will be taking a closer look at Nigeria's capital market industry and dissecting the sweeping changes introduced in the newly signed investment chair. And of course, we will round up by zooming in on the political scene in Edo State, especially the legal and political implications surrounding Governor Monday Okpebholo's case currently before the Supreme Court. So, stay with us. It's going to be an enlightening conversation, one that will touch on law, finance, governance, and everything in between. I'm Lawrence Omoiti. We really appreciate your company. All right, my guest on the show today is Honorable Nosa Smart Osemigwe. Welcome to Insight, sir.
Thank you, Lawrence, for having me.
Yes.
It's a pleasure being with you here.
All right, Honorable Osemigwe is a lawyer. He is a qualified stockbroker and also a former banker. He is currently the founding partner, Nosa Osemigwe and Company. He holds a bachelor's degree in mass communication and law from the prestigious University of Lagos, Akoka, in the 80s. Greatest Akokite.
Thank you so much.
He was called to the Nigerian Bar in 1989. He also holds a master's degree in business administration in 1996. He is an associate member of the Institute of Chartered Mediators and Conciliators, and also Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, among several other professional qualifications. So, you know that if there is anybody who is better suited to look at this issue today, he is my guest. Once again, sir, welcome to Insight.
Thank you, Lawrence.
All right.
For having me.
Let's start this way. Let's look at the broad overview. How would you assess the current state of Nigeria's capital market? Let's start from there.
The current state of the Nigerian capital market is quite impressive, because you know that the capital market offers opportunity for companies to raise long-term funds, capital formation, and the regulator, the Security and Exchange Commission, has been doing a lot trying to ensure that there is fairness, there is orderliness, and there is investors' protection by bringing out various policies in this area. So, to that extent, the capital markets has been doing very well.
Okay.
For economic development, the critical tool for economic development.
All right. If we are to look at what are the key strengths and perhaps maybe vulnerabilities you observe in today's market environment?
Well, the key strength is that the capital market offers the opportunity for you to raise long-term funds. Unlike in the banking industry, where you can only raise short-term funds like treasury bill, commercial paper, and overdraft. But with the capital market, you can take money and it will be with you for a very long time. You are able to use it for a very long time. That is where you have bonds, stock, shares. So it is very critical tool, for economic development or development of companies.
Okay. And compared to other emerging economies, would you say Nigeria stands? Where would you say
very well.
Nigeria
stands very well. The market capitalization, in terms of market capitalization, Nigeria is, I think, the third in Africa after Egypt, South Africa. Nigeria is the third. So the market capitalization right now is about 66 trillion naira, which is quite impressive. About 5 years ago, it wasn't up to even $1 trillion, but now the depth of the market is quite impressive. 66 trillion capitalization.
And in terms of investor confidence and maybe regulatory maturity,
where do you
say Nigeria stands?
Yes, investors' confidence. That's why you have the regulator, like the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Nigerian Exchange Group, and even the Investment and Securities Tribunal. These are measures put in place to ensure transparency, to ensure orderliness in the market, to ensure fairness, to ensure investors' protection. So the capital market is quite a veritable source for raising money.
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned the tribunal, but let's start with looking at the innovations in the new Investment and Security Act of 2025. The President signed the Investment and Security Act of 2025 into law recently. As a practitioner, somebody in that industry, what do you think are the most groundbreaking or maybe transformative provisions in this new law?
Yes, so many. The Investment and Securities Act was first promulgated in 1999. You had the 1999 Act. Thereafter, that was repealed, and 2007, there was a new law, 2007. So the 2025 Act has now repealed the 2007, and it has brought with it a lot of innovations and reforms. If you look at the current Act, which is the 2025 Act, it has 358 sections. The 2007 Act has 316 sections. There's no doubt that certain things would have been removed from the Act, but obviously many things have been included in the new law, the 2025 Act, based on the experience of the regulator, the adjudicator. That is why they have brought out. Let me start from the changes in the adjudicatory aspect, which is the Investment and Securities Tribunal, where I actually served for 2 terms. Now, if you look at the new law, the appointment of the chairman and members of the tribunal by the new law is now by the president, with recommendation from the minister. But in 2007 Act, it was the minister who had the prerogative of appointment. But now the minister cannot do that alone. He has to make recommendation to the president. So it has taken the tribunal to a higher status, because president is now appointing instead of in the 2007 Act, 12 members, 6 part-time members and 6 full-time members. Out of these 12 members, it's mandatory for 7 of them to be lawyers, and the other 5 can be capital market experts.